Hey everybody, it is Josh here with our special guest again.
Yay! I'm very special. It's Alex. So
Yeah.
what's up?
Um, so this week we are talking about kids. Do we want kids? How do we want to go about having kids? Stuff like that. So for me, I'm not really sure yet. I mean, I'm 17, so I'm not really thinking about being a parent yet. But I would definitely not do, obviously I wouldn't do the whole, giving birth thing. I know some trans guys want to do that, but I wouldn't ever want to carry a child. And I don't really, for me, it's not important if they're biological or not, because that, it doesn't make you love somebody less just because they don't have your DNA and blood. So, for me, biological doesn't matter. As long as they know that I love them and they love me, it doesn't matter how we're related. And, so I'd probably adopt. I'd adopt or a stepkid if that ever happened. And I'd probably adopt an older kid because it's really a lot harder for them to get adopted. And I'd want them to get a chance at having a family too, and not aging out of the system because they got in there when they were too old. So, I'd probably adopt an older kid and then maybe also adopt a baby or something. Because I do want to, take care of a baby, but I also want older kids to have a chance to have a family too. So, that's my say on it.
Well, I absolutely do not want kids. No. I'm 35, and I raised my sister and brother. My sister's a year and 10 months younger than me, and my brother, he's about 3 years younger than me. I'm getting older, so I can't remember how old he is. So, I raised my kids. I'm done. Now, if a kid shows up on my doorstep and says, "Hi, take care of me," that would be different. That's how I get my cats. So, my kids are my cats. And I love cats because they're awesome. And another thing is because they don't, yell at you because you don't give them allowance. And when the cats yell at me, I don't know what they're saying, which is an awesome relationship. So, so when I was married before I started transitioning, I was married to a woman. We talked about having kids or adopting, and she would ask me if you want to have the kid, and I said absolutely not. Nothing's coming out of there. It's just how I feel about it. And she was 4 years older than me, so she said, "No, I don't want to have kids." And I was like, either they show up on the doorstep or we adopt. And actually, I'm kind of glad that we didn't get kids, because when you get divorced, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But I like hanging out with kids. My girlfriend's grandson, Jaden, he's really cool. He's a crazy kid. And I like hanging out with him, but then I can give him back to his parents. I can give him sugar or do whatever and say, "Here you go, here's your kid." But I'm not going to have, human kids whatsoever.
And then there's me.
Yes, there's you.
I am a chosen kid.
Yep.
So, it's,
He's alright.
Do you just think I'm alright?
Yeah.
I am more than alright. I am amazing.
That's why I said that, because...
Because you knew I'd have a sassy comeback.
Yep. It's very sassy. I don't like mouthy, but whatever. Don't shake your head at me. And, yep. You look good in my hat, by the way.
Oh, I know. I forgot my hat, so I'm wearing his.
Yep, it's fabulous. And notice his is a flat brim. Since I'm older, I like to grip my hats. But I have some flat brims, too. I'm kind of getting into that. But, yep. I don't know what to say about having kids. They're a lot of money. And they take a lot of time. And me, personally, I like to do things on my own. Play games and stuff. And I just take care of myself.
They demand cake.
Well, you do.
I demand cake and cheeseburgers and hamburgers and soda.
Yes, this is exactly why I'm not raising kids. So.
Yeah. He just gets me for a few hours and then sends me back to the other house.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But, you know, he's going to school. I'm working. I'm a nurse. And then I get tired and you come home and kids are like, I'm hungry. I'm like, oh, I just fed you last night. No, I'm kidding. I would never, I would never say that, but I just don't think that, I like taking care of people and things like that, and I can always take care of a person, but I just
Don't have the time.
I don't have the time.
Or energy.
That's very good. I don't have the energy, and then I would have to think beyond myself, which sounds terrible, but it sounds terrible, but I know my limits. Like, I would never, if I don't have, like, the appropriate finances, or if I don't have the time dedication for a kid, I wouldn't do it. And I would never wish upon anyone how I had to grow up, or how I had to grow up. So, I didn't get any parental attention. And like I said before, I raised my sister and brother in, really bad circumstances, so that's gross. I can, totally smell your cake. And it's a good thing that it's decent smelling cake, too, because I probably would have totally gagged. This is another reason why you don't want to have kids. But,
you have to stay up with them at night when they're puking.
Well, kids are a really big responsibility. They're a really big investment. And it's really, parents say, they're aggravated about their kids and they're driving them crazy. But they say, at the end of the day, I love my kid because, having a little mini-me or adopt a kid, just, having a little person to take care of. And I'm sure it's a great experience. But you have to have money and time to give them and always checking in on them and all that kind of fun stuff. So, at least I had my grandparents take all three of us when we were, I think I was in 7th grade. So they were really good role models. But they had my mom and my uncle they raised, and they raised all three of us. I turned out halfway decent. So, thanks, grandparents. Do you want to add anything else besides burping cake everywhere?
No, I almost burped.
Okay. So, what else about kids do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well,
you said the different ways you can obtain kids.
Yeah.
So, you can be through
Sperm donor.
Yep. Which is, back in the day, when I was in college, everyone said turkey baster.
There's stepkids, like I said before. There's adoption.
Yeah, adopting's really good because there are too many kids out there.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere to go.
And so yeah. And then there's also the if you want to carry a kid, you can always do that by either the sperm donor or if you
or you can get a surrogate.
Or if you're with somebody who can impregnate you, then.
Or even if
one of y'all not with them,
even if one of y'all wanted to go to a doctor that does fertility stuff, and then you can't get pregnant, or the person who wants to get pregnant can't. There's always surrogacy.
Yep.
Which people do. Can't really remember anything else or other ways to obtain tiny humans.
But there are those different ways, and you just gotta weigh your options, see what's best for you, make sure that you're in a stable position to have a kid.
Please do.
Yeah.
That would be great, because
you don't want to put a kid in a situation like where you can't take care of them.
Right, like how I grew up. It was not fun. It was pretty much like, if you see the show Survivor, or some kind of survival of the fittest. And the good thing, too, is that for us with my grandparents, I had teachers and things like that who looked out and cared for me. Which shouldn't have been their responsibility, but they did, and they helped, too. But you never want to put a kid in that position. And I'm lucky I turned out halfway decent. Like I did, I've never been to jail. Got really good grades and went to college, so, you can always end up, or if you get into a relationship or something, and they have kids, like you said before, like a step-parent. I just seem to attract kids, so my girlfriend's got a 16-year-old granddaughter and a 7-year-old grandson. And now it's always, Uncle Alex, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, and he called me Uncle Josh one time.
Oh, yeah, he calls him Uncle Josh, too. Any kind of like guy that comes into his life, it's uncle this and uncle that, which is, he's a cool 7-year-old. But I'm telling you, 7-year-olds are full of energy, like you will not believe. He's always wanting to wrestle, or play games, or run around the house. That's why I try not to give him sugar at night because he's a crazy dude.
Yeah, you're lucky that you got me you got me later. So sometimes I'm not too hyper.
I know.
Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not.
Because I'm getting older and my job gets pretty stressful, so I'm sitting on the couch going, oh gosh, he's running around the house again. Let's go do this. Come on, let's wrestle. And I'm like, no, I've got to watch football. Come play a game next to me. But that's boring, Uncle Alex. And I'm like, no, it's really fun. Sitting and being quiet's fun.
How much time?
10:48.
Alright, we should probably shut it off.
Well, okay, so I've enjoyed making videos as a special guest, and every time, even if you see my face every Saturday, I'm always going to be a special guest.
Yeah, it's not gonna be every Saturday because
It depends on what I'm up
he's
to.
an adult and everything like that, and he has work to do.
And cleaning my house and mowing my lawn and all that fun stuff.
But yeah, so just because he's not here one Saturday, don't be fooled. He will be back eventually.
Yes. Because there will be a weekend where I will sit down and do absolutely nothing but watch sports.
And hang out with me.
Right. And sometimes.
It's awesome fun.
And I have a nice new pair of mustache pajama pants that I frequent on the weekends. Maybe you guys might, maybe when you guys know me a little bit better, maybe you'll be lucky enough to see them. I don't know. We'll see. But it's been real, yo. What do you want to say? Because I don't have any more.
Okay, well that's it for this video, and I will talk to you guys next Saturday. Peace.
Peace out.